We are doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. I obtained Screamer in the last lovely little summon session that I did in the end of the other video, and it's great because, as you guys know, Screamer is alongside that other banner, right, with Surlet. So this is kind of the only way you can currently get her in the game, and let me just prove it. So even if you look at the pool here, right, Screamer is in the SR group, right? Boom, there she goes. I go into this pool. I don't think she's going to be there. Nope, not there, right? So she's not in this banner, not in this banner either, and not in this banner. Now, as far as I know, I don't think she's as limited as Surlet is. Surlet, whatever the hell. Circus Soleil, whatever you want to call her. She is probably not. I think she'll probably come into the game quicker, or you know, I don't know how they're gonna do this and having a limited character so early in the game. But she says she's limited. Screamer is not. But even still, if you do get this character, I'm sure you're wondering, is it even worth it to level it up? And that's what I'm here to do, is to show you that it either is completely okay, or oh my God, stay away with a oh, what is it, a 5-foot stick or whatever the hell, whatever the thing is. Let's see. And this is me doing it raw because I actually didn't look at her. As you can see, I haven't leveled her up or anything like that. I do see that she is a fire healer, which is nice. I think having an element of everything, like you would want like a element in every role of each type, because it kind of helps out in case they do get, in case there is a quote unquote, like, let's say a green, an animo, whatever the hell they call it, that dashes in the back line. You don't want your healer to get killed in 2 seconds because the only healer you built up was this healer. But if you have one that has opposite element, that's good. So I always think that that's a positive. We're looking at the basic attack just to see what kind of damage. She is a magic damage dealer. Fantastic. And then we have the loveliness that is her first passive. Nautic, the speaker, recharges Nautic energy 1 time every 15 seconds. Screamer can consume 1 stack of Nautic energy to enhance her skill, healing all allies by AP. So every 15 seconds she gets one thing. It doesn't say that it can't infinitely stack, but every time she uses one of these, she enhances her skill and heals all the enemies. So that's how she heals. Heals all the enemies. Jeez. Oh, this character's trash. Heals all the allies. And a lot of the times I've noticed that some of the healers are single target, and then some of them are obviously AoE. Obviously, an AoE healer does less. So this one's 140. Not sure exactly how strong that is, but still a difference and something you have to keep in mind. Right, so then we're gonna go into her first skill, which I'm assuming is gonna use some. There we go. Recover one other. So grab your ear. Screamer plays an energy cord to deal magic damage equal to math. And now I realize why this looks so crazy is that this is just showing you what happens when you level it up, right? So this is 33 plus 260 is what it currently does. Or the next level up, it will go up to 108 plus 285. That's why I always looked at it and I just ignored how much it did. I was like, I'm not reading that. So it's just showing you what it levels up to, and eventually we'll have all the resources to see like everything. But it does that. Her Nautic will increase the volume of the cord, applying burn effect on the target, and recover 1 self energy. Burn just does damage over time. Now, usually burn is good in most gacha games because it scales off. It's like a hard scale off the enemy's max HP, which is usually pretty good. But it doesn't say that in this game currently, or it could just be that they don't specify that. So pretty cool, right? So does damage. It looks like I'll have to look at it. It looks like it's a single target skill, but then it applies a burn to that target. Or you can eventually level up and get the switch, which Screamer plays exciting rock music to invigorate everyone, granting brisk low to an ally for 7 seconds and healing all nearby allies by 29 plus that. AP Nautic, the speaker, can intensify the sound waves, granting 40% bonus healing effect. And Brisk Low happens to do attack speeds increased by 30%. This effect can be overwritten by a stronger effect of the same type. Obviously, that's why they say Brisk Low, and there's Brisk Medium and probably Brisk High. I've only seen Low and High, but maybe there is a Medium. I might have made that up. So this one is kind of cool because this one is, as you can see, this one is damage plus burning, and this one is actually just a straight up buff. It just buffs your team. And you can obviously see what that is. It's healing, plus you get technically an attack speed buff, which to me sounds a lot better, but for so far, most characters with basic attacks that I've seen, that's all that they have. Now, they might have a passive themselves that then does something when they do a bunch of attacks. Just haven't specifically seen that myself. I'm curiously waiting for an attack speed or just basic attack based character in this game, because that would be really cool to just see a character basically tee off all day. But hey, maybe there is one in the game and I just don't know. If that is, let me know in the comment section below. But what you could also do, since we're this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe. It would help me out a ton. So next up is going to be our stage, and this is her ultimate skill. Screamer plays music and summons notes in the vicinity, granting 20% bonus AD to all allies within a circular area and applying deterrent high. There you go. See, deterrent load high to enemies within. Now, deterrent high silences the target so they cannot use their skills or ult for 6 seconds. Now, this is fantastic, right? I think that this is pretty cool because of the fact that it buffs your allies. It also debuffs. The only issue with this, though, is that it buffs AD, right? So, like, I don't think so far I've not seen in a frontline AP character. It would be nice if they did have one, but most of them seem to be AD. So this would normally buff your frontline, the characters in a frontline. You're not meant to usually use this on your backline, because most backline characters, like I just said, are AP outside of my girl Rita, who is AD representing. Maybe that's just all the archers. Maybe they're more AD based. You know, they go by a basic thing here, you know. AD in the front, AP in the back. You know, that's usually how it is. But so that's really good. I think so far, based on, this is what I was saying in the last character in Media's thing, is that you kind of want characters that do stuff, right? You don't want to just have, well, what does it do? Well, it just does damage. And I see that sometimes that's good. It's good for cleaving. It's good for quick clears and stuff like that. But it's hard to level that up in comparison to leveling something like this up. Even though this is a support healer versus a DPS unit. But yeah. And I was thinking, like, I don't know if you guys want to see this, because a lot of this, some of these are specified to the character, right? Bonus healing effect and energy refund. I think most of these are the same, though. But then you do get little differences here, like talent. And I would say that even if I'm doing the review on the character, I don't necessarily think that there's some that you have to get, right? I think some of these are situational, and these actually can be interchanged based on, you know, where you're at with the character or what you're trying to do. You can literally change this at the whim. It doesn't cost you anything to change these. So you see, grab your ear silences the target for 3 seconds. Silence it, we already know what that is. Or when an ally HP falls below 50%, ignite your spark healing effect is increased by 20%. So if you're going with, like I said, more debuffs and stuff like that, the burn, silence, maybe you want to go with this. Or, because this is grab your ear. We already know what grab your ear is, right? That's this. So you can now make this a burn and a silence. But, you know, if you don't want to do that, then you can go with the other thing. So there's some nuance to this, and let me know if you guys want me to go over these. I'm going to briefly go over it here in this character, because it really, I think, is a little bit more important. These, as you see in the middle, don't do anything, but then you have another talent. These are based off the dupes, though. So this is not something you're going to readily have access to. When the allies, when in the battlefield, increase allies' attack speed by 50%. Again, that's really good if you have characters that benefit off of that. But if she's in a team comp where that doesn't make sense, when in the battlefield, increase allies healing to receive, which is more important if you're going more heal-centric with her. Hope that makes sense to you guys, right? Then we have his talent 5. Again, you might not see this by the time you're playing the game. All allies in the ult of our stage gain more attack speed boost, or all enemies in the stage reduce their attack speed, which could be very significant depending on the stage, depending on what you're trying to do. I see that this will be really good depending on the enemies that you're fighting. And last but not least, you have the passive Super Noki. Charging time is reduced by 6 seconds. That's cool. Or Super Noki's healing effect is increased by 50. So this one, it heals more often, and this one, it heals bigger when it does trigger. So really cool. I think really cool. But like I said, these aren't like, this is the best route. It depends on what you're doing here and like which one you're doing, because like it could, let me just show you. I think it's a little bit easier if I just show you, because I already have I think it is, well, yeah, you get her because you're getting multiple copies of her, right, as you're playing. So you can see I already awakened, so I already have phase 3, so I could choose which one I want, and it's as easy as that. You don't really use any like crazy thing. Same thing, oh no, phase 1 and phase 3. When I get down to phase 4, I can choose, and this kind of makes the character more flexed out. So I will be probably mentioning it in the future reviews that I do, because it kind of sees that it goes hand in hand. I don't know if there's going to be like, nah, you just want to build the character this way. Maybe as we get stuck on certain stuff, or maybe when I start reviewing maybe certain stages, grind stages, that it's like, yo, you want to build it like this so you can auto better or something like that. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to find a stage for baby girl, so because she's level 1. So we can see what she does in action. Here she is. Hold on, let you hear her. Alrighty. We're gonna do this. I'm pretty sure she can she could be able to survive. I know. I'm trying to show something. She's over leveled, so she should be fine in the front. Okay, we might need to put a couple more characters in the front. There we go. You know what? No, I just needed a better tank. There we go. She's more leveled up. There we go. That's the tanking that I need. I might do her next because she's really good. And I think you get her for free as well. So there we go. Now we can actually see grab your ear. Boom. Instant target, instant damage. Crazy animation, not too crazy here. We might have found our go-to showcase strategy this stage, because I could have her just sit here all day and do this. Alright, so as you can see, like it just this is our stage. Control buff. It should just be giving a 80 buff and the silence, I think. There it is. So it looks like it's not even targeted, right? So I just do it. All my allies get that super duper buff and they get silence. And silence is really good. Now the only thing that I would like to test out is, does silence, how does it read? Oh, it won't let me look at it. Zoom out, zoom in. Let's see it again. See, as you can see it, usually, as you can see, hold on. Oh, I forgot, I gotta go up. As you can see, if it is targeted, you'll see this. If it's not, then you'll see the other thing. You can see their silence, they can't do their skills. As far as usefulness, that is extremely useful. A lot of the times, if they can't use skills and it does work, I'm assuming most bosses will have some type of immunity to it. But if they do not have an immunity to it, that's actually pretty strong. Especially on at least the frontline units that might be trying to do something. I lost the time. No, it took my one mana. So overall, I would actually say she's fantastic of a character, a really good SR, and I think that she is definitely worth leveling up to investing time into, because of the fact that this switch is kind of good too. You got the healing effects and things like that. I would love to, I would have to level her up to 10 to unlock this so we could see how this works exactly. But it, obviously it's just, that's where her healing comes from, because her base skill here does not heal as a support, but she's mostly, like I said, she's mostly there to disrupt. She's mostly there to, and you know, the burning effect. And I think, like I said, I think the burning is just a random DPS damage. Sorry, dot is the damage over time. Doesn't seem to do crazy amounts of damage, but it's just really to help out a little bit. And I think that this one will be a little bit better. I think that I would prefer to use this, and then I would go with all of the talents that are based around it, right? That just would be my opinion. I think that this is just a better healing plus attack speed can really help, because remember, the more damage your characters do, especially your frontline ones, they actually build up their ultimate bar quicker. It's based on how much damage they're doing, how much damage they're receiving. So I do think that this one is a little bit better in comparison to this, where unless this burn is a flat damage, then this is just going to, you know, I don't really care about this at all. Even with the other stuff that make this burning in the silence, like I said, it depends on what stage that is, because then then it makes the ultimate random, because then this is the whole purpose of the ultimate, is to silence until you get up to a higher level. Let me know what you guys think. I think, like I said, I think she's a really good character. I like the flexibility that she provides. And would you build some Screamer, or would you think she's absolute butt cakes? Anyway, once again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.